I've got Die Hard. What is it? A Die Hard Christmas. The illustrated holiday classic, written by Doogie Horner, illustrated by J.J. Harrison. Still, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. We're just gonna keep on saying that today. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and up in the tower, everyone was partying except one wallflower. Oh, I hit the thing. There's the picture. Let's zoom in on that. Here we go. John McClane missed his wife. Things just weren't the same since Holly had moved west and changed her last name. Hold on. John McClane missed his wife. Things just weren't the same since Holly had moved west and changed her last name. H.M. Gennaro, Corporate Affairs. He tried to win her back, but still she said no, while unbeknownst to them, there was trouble below. A truck had pulled up, and who should disembark but 14 men, whose intentions were dark. There's the pictures. There's Hans Gruber, and John McClane and his wife. They spoke not a word, and unloaded big crates. They cut the phone lines and locked all the gates. Carl swept the ground floor, shooting every guard dead, while visions of bearer bonds danced in his head. There he is, shooting the guards, and there they are, locking up the gates. John took off his shoes, making fists with his toes. It actually worked. Well, what do you know? When out of the lobby there arose such a clatter, he sprung to the door to see what was the matter. And so there he is, making over here, the fist with his toes, and then this is him looking out into the lobby through a crack in the door. Okay. When what to his wondering eyes should appear, holy crap, there are terrorists here! John hid under a table where no one could see and watched Hans question Mr. Takagi. Takagi? I'm going to count to 3. There will not be a 4. Give me the codes to open the vault door. There we go. There's the terrorists in the hallway that you can see through the door, and there's McClane under the table. I don't know the codes, so go ahead and shoot. Okay, said Hans Gruber, and ruined Takagi's suit. John tried to call the cops by pulling an alarm, but instead called the bad guys who tried to cause him harm. There's the blood splattered door. Oh, it's over here. Blood splattered door. And then there he is pulling the thing up there, and then he's got a terrorist in a headlock over here. But John killed Tony, who had very small feet, and sent him to the terrorists with a Yuletide treat. As a Yuletide treat. He put a Santa hat on the German, and eyes all aglow wrote, "Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho." Carl was furious. Tony was his brother. He chased John across the roof, and they shot at each other. John was able to escape through a ventilation shaft. "Come out to the coast," he sighed. "We'll all have a laugh." Yeah, that's kind of how he does it in the movie. So there he is with the famous "I now have a machine gun" scene. And there he is in the vent, and the bad guy firing at him. At Nakatomi Tower, Sergeant Powell appeared. He checked the whole lobby and saw nothing weird. He was pulling away, but didn't get far before Marco landed on the hood of his car. Powell drove away backwards, screaming in fright. "Welcome to the party, pal," John yelled with delight. There's the car with the dead guy. There's Carl, or whatever, up here in the lobby. The dead... Ah! Oh, I thought I knocked my beer over. The guy falling. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. More police arrived, the FBI and a SWAT team, but Hans didn't mind. It was all part of his scheme. More rapid than Ingalls, his henchmen they came, and he radioed and shouted and called them by name. Now Eddie, now James, now Franco, now Uli. On Fritz, on Carl, hair long and unruly. And there's the cops and the bad guys. They shot the SWAT tank with a surface-to-air missile and knocked it away like the down of a thistle. Now John McClane was angry indeed. He blew up 2 terrorists and called them jerkweed. Ellis told Hans, Bubby, I'm your white knight. Hans shot him dead, giving the hostages a fright. Hans went to go check on the explosives fuse and saw that poor John wasn't wearing any shoes. So there we go. There's the surface-to-air missile. And John up in the tower with Hans. And then there's Hans checking out. He must have a foot fetish because he's checking out John's feet. Don't worry, we're almost there. This is just as what is it? This is just as horrible for me as it is for you. But you have the choice to turn it off if you would like. John fled from Carl and Hans, but alas, he had to run barefoot over sharp broken glass. His feet now they hurt, his soul's so bloody. John crawled to the bathroom and called his good buddy. John was weary and ready to throw in the towel until he got a pep talk from Sergeant Al Powell. Powell was chubby and plump, a right jolly old cop, and he trusted the cowboy in the tattered tank top. And there we go, there he is pulling bloody glass out of his foot, and then there's a Powell on the radio talking to John. I don't know why I need to explain what's going on in the picture, but I'm doing it, so you can just fuck right off right there. But a reporter was probing into McClane's life and revealed that Holly wasn't actually John's wife. Hans quickly flipped over the golden picture frame. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. McClane. Oh, Holly was actually John's wife, not his whatever. His clothes all tarnished with ashes and soot, John staggered to the roof, bloody and barefoot. So there's Gruber up over here looking at the picture, watching the news, I guess. There's the wife in the picture frame there. Over here is John. You can see the trail of bloody footprints. The explosives were wired to the rooftop with care, in hopes that the hostages soon would be there. John warned everyone the roof would soon blow, as the chopper strafed him with high-powered ammo. Around his waist he tied a fire hose tight, and screamed an oath, jumped into the night. He dangled in the air and gritted his teeth, while flames encircled the tower like a wreath. There we go. So it probably hit the microphone. So there's the explosion, John running from the helicopter. Fiercely fighting his way back inside, John yelled out, "Hans!" He was done trying to hide. He limped to the vault like an old man on crutches, only to find Holly in his filthy clutches. John dropped his gun, put his hands on his head. It seemed he and Holly soon would be dead. But with a secret gun taped to his back, John shot Hans in a surprise attack. And there you can see it taped to his back. And there you can see like a Christmas tree. And there's Hans with a gun to Holly's head. Okay. Hans fell out the window, still holding Holly's arm, and slowly, deliberately raised his firearm. The tenacious villain held on by his nails till John unhooked Holly's watch and said, "Happy trails." Bearer bonds fluttered like fresh fallen snow as Holly embraced her blood-spattered bow. So Merry Christmas to all, be kind to one another, and most of all, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. There's Hans falling, and they got in the limo, they're making out or something there. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And that's it. That's the Die Hard Christmas children's book that's not really a children's book and not really a Christmas story, like at all. Like in any form of the word, it cannot be considered a Christmas movie. So that is my book reading for the week. Have fun, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you on Saturday.